This segment of content was filmed in Grant Cardone TV studios in Miami Beach on May 14th, 2016.
First thing I want to do for you is I want to summarize what we talked about in How to Become a Millionaire. Okay, I want to summarize some of that. First of all, the first thing we said in summary, dude, you need the mindset, okay? You need $1 million mindset. It doesn't mean you need $1 million, okay? I understand that you think you don't need $1 million. I understand that you think, oh, I'm doing fine. You must have $1 million mindset in order to have the abundance and prosperity in your life necessary to withstand problems and situations. Anybody that says, I don't need to be a millionaire, anybody that says, I don't need to be a millionaire is selfish. You are selfish. Anybody that says, I don't need to be rich is selfish. Anyone that says, I don't need more is selfish, because you're talking about you. You're not talking about your neighborhood. You're not talking about your church. You're not talking about your community. You're not talking about your neighbor. You're not talking about your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, and all the other things that you don't yet know will happen. You think, dude, I'm fine. No, you need $1 million mindset, okay? You have to get this. Even if you don't want the money for yourself, even if you don't want big watches and you don't want boats and you don't want planes and you don't need big cars, you need $1 million mindset. That means you need to start getting around people and listening to things and reading books of people that have prosperity and abundance. Number 2 thing we talked about was how to codify the way there. Okay? You spent the time to codify how to get a job. You've spent the time to codify how to get an education. Some people spend 12 years, 17 years getting an education. They get married. They've codified this middle class thing to the point to where entire countries are creating middle classes to exemplify and model after America. So people have codified how to get a job, how to get stuck. They've sold you on savings, retirement accounts, houses. You've codified how to do those things and it didn't work. What we're going to codify, and what we did codify, was the routes, the possible routes to $1 million, okay, to $1 million status. We also talked about, third thing we talked about really was the math. How do I do the math of $1 million, okay? If you live 20 more years and you make 50 grand, you get to $1 million. And we're gonna basically take the math, and I'm gonna show you a bunch of different ways to do math today that would show you exactly how to get to $1 million. We then routed out the path. We looked at the path. What are the possible paths? Franchise, investing, real estate, a job, a second job, a third job, a fourth job, a bunch of paychecks, a combination of all those. You could go out and invest $20 million in bonds and you'd probably make $1 million this year, okay? Because you'd be paid 4 or 5% return on it. You could invest a bunch of money in stocks. You could buy a little less real estate, okay? I just gave you a bunch of different routes and we'll be going over theirs. And then the last thing I wanted to do today was, and in this webinar, in this seminar, and what I'm delivering to you, the last thing I wanted to do was basically reinforce the fact that it's possible for you to get there. Look, I got there, I did it. I know a lot of other people that have done it. My friend Dale started at 54 years old with $56. He's worth $12 or $14 million. Jared started when he was 26, didn't really get the bug until he was 28. By the time he was 32, he was a millionaire. And I can tell you hundreds of other people that have done that, working with me. I can show you thousands of other people, tens of thousands actually, that are on their way, okay?